It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard Madman's Lullaby, and we just heard Crazy Licks, the highlight of the Melodic Rock Fest 5 last weekend with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. In other words, in Chris Aiken speak, what the fuck?
Yeah, pal.
And coming to the mic is the one and only Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Look at us. Again in the same room.
Yeah, and I noticed the door to this room is removed, and there isn't some mad bitch on the other end banging on the door. Yeah.
You guys suck. Here's a sign.
Yeah, shaking a fist. I feel comfortable sitting in this seat, knowing I'm not going to be attacked.
You don't think some cunt's going to come in here in a little while?
No.
When we talk about something horrible?
No, I don't think so. I think we can be ourselves, as we should.
As we should, exactly.
All right. Well, we're here in the same studio. You guys do us a favor. Let us know if we're overmodulated or anything like that.
Right.
And we'll do our best job to bring you a show in the same studio, no less.
We're trying, people.
Right, exactly. So anyway, after a week away, me 2 weeks away,
Sure.
and then last week Chris and I were both away at the Melodic Rock Fest 5. We did do a lot of updates.
What did we do, 18 or 20 or something?
Something like that.
Lots.
We did give them 3 days of updates on the Melodic Rock Fest 5, and I think we've covered it pretty well. I mean, we gave them 5 to 10 minutes for each segment.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
And if you didn't get to attend, you should have known kind of what was going on over there if you choose to listen.
Yeah, it was fun and a lot of work. I was surprised how much work it was. I thought we would just be chilling out.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was fun, watching some of the bands that we have never seen before.
Sure.
And we've played them here on the show for the last 6 or 8 months.
Right.
And, leading up to the show and seeing these guys live, they all delivered as good as the CD sounds.
Dude, was there a single band that you were watching and you were like, can't this hurry up and end?
Not really. I don't think anybody was painful to listen to.
No.
I mean, there were some that were better than others, but,
Sure.
but all of them in general were good.
Yeah, the only band that I watched that I literally had any kind of moment was the band Boulevard, which kicked off day 3.
Yeah, and I didn't see them.
And it wasn't that they were bad, because they sounded, mint. They sounded fantastic.
Yeah, it just wasn't your cup of tea.
Well, it just... We had gone day 2 was so energetic with Crazy Licks and Madman's Lullaby and, all these cool bands. And then they started out with this band that sounded like Yes. And it was like, dude, really?
All right.
We need more energy. This is day 3. We're fucking tired.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah, we're tired. We need this energy up to a higher level than this.
Exactly. Well, I didn't get to see them. I came in the second band.
Sure.
And there was a little bit of a mix-up on the lineup on Sunday.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But what I did see on Sunday was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was funny, too, when that Lynn Allen guy came right off the stage and thought that we were calling him over.
Yeah. Come on over. Step up to the mic.
And he just was like, hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, friends?
Exactly. So, of course, the highlight of actually there were a couple highlights of the Rock Fest for me, and I'll just mention the ones that stood out for me was. Well, number one, meeting Andrew McNeese in person after almost 20 years of correspondence.
Right. What a cool guy, man.
Yeah, he definitely, he's passionate about that thing.
No doubt.
And he's kind of done with melodicrock.com what we've done here with the Classic Metal Show for all these years.
Yeah.
So meeting Andrew was cool for, face-to-face meet.
Yeah.
And then seeing some people out there that meeting Dave Tedder.
Yeah.
I never met Dave Tedder. I've talked to Dave probably for 15 years.
Dude, he comes that was before you got there on Friday. He comes walking over and he was almost nervous and he goes, "Who are you anyway?" And I told him and he's like, "Dave Tedder."
Yeah.
And I think he was waiting for me to say who?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Holy shit," and then we talked for a few minutes, but good guy, man.
Yeah, he was real nice.
Yeah.
meeting him face to face was pretty cool. And then seeing Jack Frost.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, Jack Frost came around several times and, hung out and shot the shit. And did a little interview with us.
Sure.
So it was cool to see Jack. I haven't seen Jack since 2005, I think.
That was same with me.
Because the last time I saw Jack, he was playing with Seven Witches at the heavy metal, I think they called it the Heavy Metal Fest or something in Chicago.
Okay.
And I went out and hung out with him. And that's the last time I saw him face to face. So that was like 13 years ago.
The last time I saw him was at the Brave Words Fest.
Yeah. And then, seeing Chris McCarville, I see him several times a year.
Right. You'll see him again in a week.
I'll see him on the 25th.
Right.
So in a couple of weeks, I'll see Chris. But, meeting some people. And then, of course, the CMS fans. I missed meeting our CMS fan, Sal.
Sure.
He dropped me a line and said, he had a little personal tragedy in his family, and he had to leave early. But we also met Dan Pate.
Yeah, Dan was out.
He flew out from Sacramento area.
Yeah.
And he was out there for all 3 days.
He was a videotaping machine.
Yeah, he was. He was really into that whole thing. And then our good friend from Chicago, Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome was out.
He came out and hung out with us a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're going to see him, in another week or
on
so?
On the 21st or 22nd, somewhere in there, yeah.
So, so it was kind of a very cool thing. And then, of course, the bands, a couple of the bands that just come to mind as far as standouts were concerned. Obviously, we kind of ranted and raved about Crazy Licks.
Oh, yeah.
They were just outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we said it before, and we'll say it again. Had they been out, say, 87, 88, they would have been huge.
They would have been Skid Row, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses.
Exactly.
Pick a biggest top-tier band. Yeah. They would have been in that category.
Absolutely. They were that good.
Yeah.
And then Madman's Lullaby.
They were great, too.
They were really good. They were hanging out at the hotel one evening when I was in the hotel bar. And
right.
Singer of Madman's Lullaby, they had some karaoke going on in the bar.
Right.
And he jumped up on the mic and he sang some Bon Jovi, and he sang I think he did some I'm trying to think. He did a couple of songs. He did a Bon Jovi song, I think I'll Be There For You or something like
nice.
that. He did that. He sounded really good with that, and I think he may have done like a White Snake song.
Oh, right.
I'm not positive, but he just got up there and started singing, and
That's
everybody
cool.
was kind of blown away in the bar, so that was cool.
That's awesome.
And let me see, who else? Max Explosion was really good on Sunday.
And it's weird because went into that band with a completely false expectation, which I shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
I could have easily gone to YouTube and actually looked up Max Explosion and seen him a little bit.
Right.
Instead, I just went into it thinking, okay, McCarville's in Doc, and the other two guys are in House of Lords.
Right.
It's going to sound like that, like some combination of that. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, it was just, I had no idea. I know Chris sings really good backups.
Sure.
But I had no idea what a good frontman he was.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's not only a good singer, but he's good with interacting with the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of presence, a lot of hanging out with, like, interaction, like you're saying, with the crowd. But their music itself too was far different than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just straight ahead rock
with some funk, though.
Yeah,
I liked how they broke off on in places and did like some funk things. And
yeah, sure.
Then they did what's his name? Gary Wright's Dreamweaver.
Yeah, Dreamweaver. Yeah.
They were kind of all over the map, but they were good, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So those were some of the highlights for me personally. Just being able to hang out for about 2.5 days. Because I got there kind of late on Friday.
Sure.
And just seeing everything. I mean, it could have been better attended. But and I understand why it doesn't, because, most of the bands on that bill are not something that you get to hear on any commercial outlet.
Sure.
So it's not like they're a household name.
No.
And, people who are hardcore fans of that style of music were there.
Right.
But people who, are not familiar with those names or not familiar with those bands, they're not just going to take the chance and come out.
Right. No, it was, you're right. It could, especially day 3. Right. I felt bad for those bands day 3. There was just about nobody there.
Yeah.
But, I thought there was a lot of people there though on day 2 for Crazy Licks.
Well, it was a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I thought Saturday did real well. Friday was pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
It kind of filled. It was just kind of weird that this club / bar, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Certain bands would come and play, and all of a sudden these people would just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they would fill up the main room. And then as soon as the band was done, everybody would just sort of dissipate.
Scatter.
And it's just like, where the hell did they go?
I know, they just disappeared. And what was not helpful, if there was one thing that was not helpful to the bands, especially on Friday, was that there were not, and Lord knows, for me as a concert goer, I was thrilled with this, but the fact that there was not long turnover, that sound guy was fucking on it.
Right.
And because he was, the turnover on most of the bands was, 15 minutes?
Easily.
And everybody was coming off the floor to go buy merch and go hang out with the band and take pictures. Well, the next band would be halfway through their set before everybody had gotten their shit signed. And then the next band would get half a crowd. It seemed like on Friday they got killed by that.
Yeah. Well, I will give credit to the sound guy that provided the back line and the sound, because they did a fantastic job at the switchover.
Oh yeah,
and they had little to no problems with the sound at all.
Yeah, very little sound problems.
I think the worst sound problems, if there were any to be of note, was probably on Sunday. They had just a couple of times it squealed a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't notice any problems.
The only time I saw, and this is very rare when you have 150 fucking musicians in one room, the only time I saw any band act like a band and not just be cool was Crazy Licks.
Okay.
Crazy Licks, and I was standing over, because remember, I introed Crazy Licks.
Right.
And the sound guy was like, they're cutting into their own time now. They're not going to play. He was ready to fucking pull the plug on these guys.
Right.
And I was just, what am I going to say? I'm just some dick that's going to get up and stand on the stage. So I watched, it was funny because I watched the singer, like there's that ramp behind us.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I watched him walk down the ramp and go into the VIP room, and the sound guy goes, okay, go do your thing. And I was like, but, and I'm pointing at
because I'm going to introduce them, and then nobody's going to be on stage.
And he's like, I don't give a shit. They're cutting into their own time. Just go do it.
Right.
So I got up there, and I tried to stall. I don't know if you noticed, but I talked like a lot longer than because most of the time, either one of us, when we were on stage, it was like, hey, it's us from the Classic Metal Show.
Well, the sound guy told us, he says, I run very strict set times, so you got 1 minute to say what you got to say. And so we tried to make it brief and get right to the point and get off the stage.
And literally every time it was, hey, we're glad to be here. We're over there. And here's Crazy Lick or whoever, station or whatever.
Exactly.
Whoever it was. I get up there with Crazy Licks, and I'm trying to stretch because I'm hoping the singer's going to come running up or something. Nothing. I do like 2.5 minutes, and then I'm like, all right.
I guess they're not going to show up.
And I think I said something like, coming up soon.
Yeah.
Crazy Licks.
Exactly. That's too funny. But, I got a couple of compliments about, the fact that we got up on stage or we came out and introed some of the bands and things. I mean, we didn't do every band out there. We did mostly Saturday.
Yeah.
And we did a couple on Sunday, and, that was it.
Yeah, we did what, like six
or seven?
Or seven, yeah, something like that.
So, it was cool. I was glad that we were asked to be a part of it, and but we discussed it on the podcast that 3 days is just too much.
That is way much. Even Andrew said, Andrew was like, if I do this again, it will not be 3 days.
Yeah, three days is just too long.
And dude, and I know we joked about it on the podcast, but now that we're here, we can really dig into this. We looked around the room on Sunday, including myself. I was dead.
Right.
I wanted to go home in the worst fucking way. But you just looked around the room, and everybody that had been there that was like a recognizable face just looked dead.
Yeah, well, they were dragging.
Everybody except for Julie.
Yeah.
Julie, of course, was like...
Well, she was a ball of energy,
Jesus
but she wasn't there for the full 3 days, though.
I think she could do 330 days. She's like somebody that weighs like 90 pounds, and you feed her nothing but jelly beans for like 16 years, and she has nothing but that sugar high energy.
Yeah, it's chocolate and Coke.
Oh my God, she's like,
and I don't mean the kind you snort. I'm talking about Coca-Cola here. But yeah, she's a ball of energy.
Yeah, she was fun.
Yeah, she enjoyed it. She told me that she really had a great time, and I was surprised because I didn't really know what her expectation was.
She just seemed like she was happy to be out.
Yeah, she was. She had a great time.
Yeah, I know Kelly had a good time.
Yes, I noticed that she posted out there on the Facebook what a great time she had.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
She loves to get in the mix.
Yeah,
like. And we had such good. We had complete access to anything we wanted to do.
Sure, we did.
And she was taking that fucking way too expensive camera and just fucking. She was popping pictures and videos all weekend.
Yeah.
And believe me, as soon as we got back up to the room, that's what I got to see.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Yeah,
look at this one.
Yeah, I know it was there. I saw it.
I saw it when it happened.
Yeah, but look at this. Look.
But look at this angle I caught.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
Yeah. Too good.
Yep.
All right. Well, I was glad again. It was a good time.
It was.
I would do it again.
Yeah.
I was basically giving our good friend Sammy Lee from Red Rain a little recap. I said, if and when they ever do something like this again, they should definitely be a part of that bill.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of being a part of that bill,
yes,
they're going to be a part of a bill.
We finally got a Red Rain show. How about that?
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and tell them about it?
Well, we are sponsors, and we are putting on an event with High Volume Music, who we've been working with. The event is called Summer Bash. It is going to feature the headliners are going to be Billy Morris. His new album, Holding All the Aces, will be out by then. He, of course, from Warrant fame and Quiet Riot and Trickster and, most recently Tough.
Right.
Every Mother's Nightmare is going to be out for that show.
That's one band that I've seen, and I really enjoy those guys. They're really good performers.
Every Mother's Nightmare?
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to be good. They're going to be out touring on support of Grind, which we play a shit ton of.
Yep.
Our friends in Red Rain will be out there.
That's going to be a good one. I've seen them, and they're a good performing band as well. And they've got a brand new video out.
Yeah, they do. The video's excellent.
Yeah, I like the Red Rain video. I like the fact that it's raining red over Richmond.
It was nice.
They're raining red over their own hometown.
Dude, I know I didn't talk to you about it. Did I? Because I personally put them on the bill. Did I tell you what an incredibly difficult negotiation it was with me and Sammy?
No.
He's a fucking ball buster,
Really?
Man.
Tell me about that.
He was like, I hit him up and said, hey, you want to play this show? And he was like, I'm there. Didn't ask me about how much it was going to cost. Didn't ask me if he was getting paid. Didn't ask me anything. Was like, okay, we're there.
Yeah, give me an opportunity to play, and I'll be glad to be there.
He's like, I don't give a shit what day it is, what time it is. We're there.
All right.
But we got him a good slot. That was my put my foot down moment. Was I said they play the mid spot, like the middle of the day spot. There's
the sweet spot.
There's going to be 7 bands. They're playing 4th.
Okay.
Period.
Good.
There's a band called New Machine that's going to be playing on it.
Okay.
I don't know of them very well. I listened to some stuff on YouTube, and they sound cool.
Okay.
And here's a secret.
What?
They're going to announce Monday that Tough is on the bill, too.
Oh, really? Stevie's going to make the trip? Really?
Yeah, Stevie's coming.
Cool.
Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, Stevie's the only one that really has to come. Todd and Billy live here. So Tough is going to be on the bill as well.
That's cool.
And then we've got 1 or 2 more to add.
Nice.
So it's going to be a really fucking cool day. Man.
All right. So when is it and where is it?
It is at it's on Saturday, August the 25th, and it is at Fiore's Entertainment Complex, which I have never been to, in Worcester.
Is this an indoor or outdoor place?
Outdoor.
Okay.
Outdoor. It's like, I know they have like an Italian restaurant attached to it, but it's got a big ass stage in the back, and I looked on their website. They have concerts like every night, so it is an actual.
Now
complex.
do they get like any kind of nationals there, or is it just local stuff, or do you even know?
The stuff that I saw was, it was a lot of tribute shit, which is basically what everybody does these days. But I know this will probably be the biggest show that they have this year. I would think, but it should be good. I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm a little more involved than I ever would want to be. It's funny because Billy asked me about it, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, I guess.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, he asked me if we would host it. And I was like, sure, I was like, yeah, of course, we would love to do that.
Sure.
And then I got involved with our friend Bill Chavis, who's kind of the organizer.
Right.
And he and I have been going back and forth about bands and times and, the location and how many tickets to sell and, putting Red Rain on the show and do we want Tough? Do we not want Tough? Do we want locals? Do we want all nationals? All this kind of stuff. I've been very secretly doing some work, but it's together now, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. And look at us hosting something again.
Right. Now there is a special ticket deal going on right now, right?
There is. People should, our fans, if you're going to go, which you should, if you're anywhere in the area, you should. It's going to be a fucking kick-ass fucking show. But for right now, the first 100 tickets, or I think it's 100 tickets.
200.
Is it 200
it's
tickets?
The first 200.
Is it 200?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's the first. There's 500 total tickets.
Okay, so the first 200
are going to be $15.
Okay.
Once they're sold and they're available online, once they're sold, $20 to buy them online. 22 day a show.
Okay,
so you can save
$5, $6, $7.
Yeah, that's 2 beers that you save that you can buy for your good friend Chris Aiken when you're out there. 2 beers each of you can.
Right.
So I expect to hear from my friend Bill Chavis saying, you guys were on the show Saturday. We sold 30 tickets. That's what I want to hear.
All right.
So let's go, you fucks. Buy some tickets.
All right. So first 200 tickets, $15. After that, they're $20 and $22.
Yes.
All right.
That's a pretty good deal, really.
Sure. I mean, how do you phrase that? A one bill buy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So $20 will get you in the door day of show, or $22 will get you in the show day of show, right in the door. Yeah.
Well, dude, what other show are you going to get where you get 5 nationals for 15 fucking bucks?
Yeah, really.
I mean, the bands. Tough is a national, obviously. Every Mother's Nightmare is a national. Billy's a national act.
Right.
Red Rain is a national act.
Now they are.
Red Rain's a national act, and New Machine is a national act.
Right.
That's 5 bands that are nationals, plus two to warm shit up for fucking $15.
Yeah.
Beat that.
Yeah. So it's a full day's worth of entertainment.
Yeah. And you get to see us.
Yeah.
And if you're like the guys that came out to the Melodic Rock Fest, you might actually do a segment with us.
Exactly.
Dude, those guys were so fucking shocked.
They were stoked.
They were, but like Sal especially. Sal came over and he shook my hand and was just, lapping my balls. And fucking, I was like, dude, come on over. And he was like, what? I was like, come over and we'll just do a segment. And he was just amazed that I just grabbed the mic and said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, come on in and be a part of the show.
Yeah, and Dan too. I don't think Dan wanted so much to be on the air. Whatever. It was fun, and I just thought, why not?
Yeah,
we're approachable.
Sure,
we're not the rock stars people think we are.
Exactly.
For some reason.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, all right, another show coming up in August.
Yeah,
and then let's see here. Speaking of nationals, for those of you who are in the Chicago area, I'll be out at the Arcada Theater with Tom Kiefer and Dokken.
Where?
At the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, Illinois.
Okay.
On May 25th. That's a Friday.
Look at that.
So come on out and do some rocking with some Dokken and some Cinderella.
Wow. We are really all over the place, aren't we?
So it should be a good time. I already got my room.
Well, I will be out on June 7th at the Slayer, Anthrax, Testament, Lamb of God, Behemoth show.
Wow, now that's a big bill.
That's a big bill.
And where are they playing?
Blossom.
Wow.
That's a shitty venue for such a great show.
So are you going for all of the bands?
Oh, yeah.
You like all of them?
Unfortunately, Testament is the opener.
Oh.
Instead of Behemoth. So I have to be there at 5 o'clock to see Testament.
5, huh?
5.
Ugh.
I know, it's going to blow, which means getting out to Blossom, I'm going to have to leave here at, noon? The way Blossom is with the fucking traffic and everything.
Look at that chat room.
There you go.
Too funny.
They're right. Those guys are no docking.
These guys are okay.
But they're no docking.
Yeah, they're no Don Docking.
Nope. But yeah, so we're out at I'll be out at that show.
Yeah, very good. Well, that's a hard rocking show.
Yeah.
So where do you obviously have tickets already?
Yeah.
So where are you placed in the pavilion?
I actually don't know. I didn't actually buy the tickets. John bought them for his stepson.
Okay.
And they wanted me to go, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!
All right,
free ticket to Slayer. Fuck yeah,
cool."
So I know it's in the pavilion because John knows that I will beat him heartily if I'm in the fucking lawn.
Yeah, sure.
If I'm on the lawn, I'm turning the fuck around and leaving. I would. Would you sit in the lawn for any show?
Absolutely not.
I mean, no matter how sold it was, I would not sit in the lawn.
I think the last time I sat in the lawn at Blossom, was, boy, I gotta think back. It was Steve Winwood, and I want to say it was 1990. I want to say it was like 93 or 94.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
I've been on those seats before. I mean, just freebies here and there. But I think the last time I actually bought and this is a very long time ago. The last time I bought tickets to sit on the lawn would have been 85.
Okay.
It was Don Henley.
All right.
With Katrina and the Waves.
Oh, really?
As the opener.
Nice. Were you walking on sunshine?
No, because it poured fucking rain, and so everybody was mudsliding down we were all mudsliding during their shitty set. Because everybody only knew the one song.
Sure.
I mean, do you even remember a second Katrina and the Waves song?
That's the only song I know.
Yeah, I don't even know that they had like another release.
Yeah, I don't either.
So while they were playing, it was pouring fucking rain, and people were just mudsliding down the hill, run up to the top and just slide down on your gut.
Yeah. Well, that lawn seat that I had gotten, that I just went with a friend,
right?
And I didn't buy that ticket, but I've been to Blossom. Boy, I can't even tell you. Probably at least 30 times,
right?
For over the years, and I always had pavilion. I think the shittiest show, and I know you were at the show. This was before I actually knew you.
Yeah,
was that Queensryche?
Gear.
Yeah, Gear Tripping Daisy show.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was an awful show. It was so early in the year, and it was cold.
Yeah,
and it was raining, and Jeff Tate was having vocal problems,
right.
And it was on the Here and the Now Frontier tour.
Right, bad album, bad tour.
It just sucked.
And as I'm sure you remember, there was like 700 people maybe at an 18,000 person venue.
It was in the lower bowl.
Right. And we gave out with Gear because they were the local opener. We printed up like 500 fucking Gear frisbees.
Yeah, frisbees.
And they were just getting pelted on stage.
Yeah, I remember that.
Frisbees.
I remember that. Yeah,
Too
like
funny.
I said, that was before I even knew you.
Yeah,
but I was at that show, and it was just like, boy, that was a miserable experience.
Blossom is a miserable experience. It's a shit fucking venue.
I don't know if it's a shit venue so much.
Ugh.
I mean, it is a long way from the parking lot.
Yeah, well, that's all by itself. Not even kidding. If you don't get there super early, it's at least a mile.
It's way out there.
It's probably more than a mile to walk.
I don't know if it's more than a mile.
To walk from the street?
Oh, from the street.
Like if you get there late and you end up parking in the back, that's more than a mile. And they don't have any kind of golf cart assistance or nothing.
Right.
That is... if I get there that late, I just keep driving. I drive right past them. If I see cars in the back, I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I don't even care how much I spent for tickets. I'm not going.
Sure.
Nah, I don't like anything about Blossom. I hate the parking. The parking is terrible. The sound is shit. It always echoes like crazy in that fucking place. The lawn is too quiet. You can't hear anything. And the alcohol is way too overpriced.
Oh, yeah, way overpriced.
It's one thing to pay $11 for a beer if you're catching a good show. You're kind of willing.
Yeah.
Man, if you're going in and the sound is shit and you're fucking sitting and people are throwing dirt and hitting you in the back of the head, because you're in the pavilion and they're jealous, that's not worth it to me.
Yeah. I want to say the last time I was at a Blossom show was probably, I want to say it's probably like 99, I think. 99 or 2000.
Aren't you the lucky one?
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Yeah, I do my best to not go to that venue. I don't like that venue at all.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot like Tinley Park. You went to Tinley Park.
Yeah, I went but Tinley Park was better. The way it was set up was better. Tinley Park is, the sound was better. Better than any Blossom show I've ever been to. And just the way it was set up it's all a little bit closer to the stage.
Right.
I mean, you get mid-level up on that hill. You might as well not even be at the show.
Exactly.
You might as well just watch it, watch somebody else YouTubing it.
Nice. Oh, well. Well, we have our own show.
Yes.
So, come on out, Worcester, Ohio, August 25th. It's going to be Every Mother's Nightmare. They're headlining?
Billy is.
Billy's headlining?
He's local.
Well, I get it, but I didn't know he was headlining.
Well, he'll bring the people.
Well, what is his band? What does he call himself? Is this Billy Morris Band?
I'm not sure if he's bringing Sunset Strip. His main band is Sunset Strip.
Okay.
But he's going to be playing with his new album, Holding All the Aces. He'll be playing material from that, and that'll be brand new out. So I think Chavis is going to have him headline that. I think. Don't hold me to this yet, but the lineup is Billy, Every Mother's Nightmare, Tough, Red Rain, New Machine, and then the other one or two.
The other two.
Yeah.
That shall remain nameless.
Correct. We'll give him a name eventually.
Yeah, sure. Well, that should be fun.
Yeah, and of course with us being there, how could it not be fun?
Well, we'll see what we can do as far as any kind of, I don't know if we'll do the same thing with updates or if we can do any kind of live broadcasting. Yeah. I don't know. You
know what? It's really going to, here's what it's going to depend on. If they sell the tickets.
Right.
If they don't sell the tickets, we're not going to do a live broadcast. We might do updates or something, but we're not going to, there's no way in fuck am I going to fuck Bill Chavis out of people coming by doing a live broadcast.
Well, that is true too. We're going to black out, man.
Yeah. It's a blacked out show.
Yeah, it's a blacked out show because it's local.
That's right. But it'll be fun. I think it's going to be a good day, and it's going to be a lot of good music, and we'll be out there. I will be drinking that day. I'm going to state that. Oh,
you've already made that decision?
Already made that decision. It's close to home. I'm drinking.
And how did you come to that decision? Just because it's close to home?
Just because it's close to home.
All right.
It's a drink day.
Well, it'll be a hotel deal for me because I have to travel.
Yeah, well, we'll get Chavis to take care of that.
Yeah, sure.
We'll work that out.
Dig deep in those pockets.
Yeah. Throw another 50 on the Barbie there, pal.
Yeah, set me up with a King Suite.
Yeah.
At the local Super 8.
Yeah. Give me the King's Suite at the Eco Lodge.
Right, exactly. Too funny. All right, well, I'm looking forward to that. So we're not even into summer yet, but things are already shaping up.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's going to be great.
Any other shows you're going to go to that you're aware of?
Not yet. I've been watching the concert calendar, and I haven't seen a whole lot of anything lately.
Yeah.
There's not much coming out that I really want to go see. And I'm catching everything that I want to see, basically, in 3 shows with this show, the Slayer show, and the Melodic Rock Fest. That's all I needed.
So is this truly the last roundup for Slayer?
So they say. They do. They're they're out there saying it, and I looked at the set list. The set list was pretty good. I don't know. They just kicked off the tour
Right.
Thursday, I think, and the set list looked really good. I mean, it's not a whole lot of surprises, mind you, but it was still it was a good set list, and you know what? They need to retire.
Yeah.
They really haven't been nearly as good as they used to be for a while, so it's really time for Slayer to go.
Yeah, that Tom Araya looks like old Father Time these days.
He does, man.
He's just all gray and
yep.
he looks decrepit.
He does look very old, and it's funny because I'm friends with his wife on Facebook, so
Right.
I see a lot of pictures of him that
Right.
are like not like Slayer pictures.
Sure.
They're like him playing with his grandkids or
Right.
riding around in the car or whatever. And he's this little tiny guy now. He's like looking like he's like shrinking like a grandfather.
And he's not that old.
Nah.
But he's only in his mid-50s?
Yeah, but Slayer's put a whooping on him.
I
man.
guess so. I mean, but every time I see Tom Araya, I go, holy shit, what happened to that guy?
Yeah, because Kerry King still looks like Kerry King.
Yeah, I've seen Kerry up close the last couple times I went to NAMM. I
Sure.
mean, he's had like meet and greets and things like that. And,
Right.
I've seen him walking around and, he doesn't look like some old decrepit grandpa at all.
No.
But boy, Tom Araya, geez.
Yeah, he's definitely looking old. And you know what? I'm ready for Slayer to retire just so Gary Holt can get back to work.
Yeah.
I mean, enough with making us wait on this Exodus.
Tyron in the chat room wants to know you're stalking Tom Araya's wife.
If you saw Tom Araya's wife, you'd know why. She's hot.
I have never seen her, so I have no idea.
She is a hot chick, and she's like all into karate and shit. So
she's like all ripped and everything.
Yeah, she's completely ripped and tatted up. She's
Maybe
a
that's why
good-looking
Tom looks all old and stuff. Maybe she beats his ass.
lady. Wearing his ass out.
Yeah.
Put an extra 20 years on him when he's off the road.
Yeah, no kidding. Ouch. All right. Well, we are back here on the Classic Metal Show. Chris is kind of running the board. I'm just kind of I'm playing the Chris part. I'm just sitting back and just talking.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun part, isn't it?
Chris has got to run the board. He's got to run the music.
Yeah.
He's got to do it all.
Great.
He's got everything at his fingertips over there.
I sure do.
Yeah.
And don't think for a minute I didn't pre-program all the music.
All right. Well, we are back here on the Classic Metal Show. If you're listening to us live, we are in the chat room. Just go over to chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com, and you could sign in with any of your social media or join Rumble Talk.
Yes.
And just sign in and be a part of the show and blah, blah, blah. And we'll just bring you whatever it is we got. We got a ton of email.
Right.
Not necessarily email letters or anything, but subject material.
All right, good.
We got tons of subjects.
Right. And I actually do have, I'll get to it a little bit, but I'll give you a preview. I was watching some TV today on Netflix.
Okay.
And I was like, this 15 minutes of TV that I watched was every single thing that we beat on.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. It's a current show. It's on Netflix, and we'll get into it. You're just going to be like, the world is over. It's just over.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I sat there. Dude, this is how stupid I am. I watched it, and I don't even know why I was watching this show. I think I was just bored out of my skull looking for anything.
All right.
And I start watching it. It's a little sitcom. And I'm like, ugh. What the fuck are you talking about? Before long, I'm yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is so fucking stupid.
Well, before you know it, you're going to pull Elvis and you're just going to shoot the TV.
Oh my God. If I'd have been in my bedroom, I probably would have. I'd have pulled the judge out and just shot it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was infuriating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got something good for you.
All right. That's good. Excellent. There was something speaking of TV before we take a break.
Yeah.
I was turned on to a couple of sitcoms that run on Netflix.
Okay.
And did you see, and this might be old news for a lot of people, but I just finished up the series here just the last week or so. Mm-hmm. Did you see the show with Drew Barrymore, the Santa Clarita Diet?
You know what? I've heard a lot about it. It's
oh
in
my God,
watch list,
that is the most bizarre comedy I've ever seen in my life.
Is it good?
It's really funny. It's
All right.
it's bizarre.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give you the quick rundown.
Okay.
It's a husband and wife.
Yeah.
And they're realtors out in California.
Okay.
And they go to some restaurant, and Drew Barrymore eats the clams.
Okay.
Well, the clams came from a strain of clams that came from some, I can't think of the something like Transylvania or something like that.
Right.
And they're tainted.
Okay.
And what they do is they turn you into a zombie.
All right.
And she's a zombie now. She lives a normal life. She's not like a Walking Dead zombie,
Okay.
but she's a living dead is what she is.
Okay.
And she has to eat people.
All right.
And so their whole thing is that she has to eat people, so they have to discreetly find victims.
Okay.
And they have a storage locker with a freezer in it.
Right.
And what she doesn't eat, they put in a freezer, and she goes in there to feed on the remains and stuff. It's just the most bizarre thing, but it's a comedy.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch this.
It's weird. It's the weirdest, but there's a lot of wacky humor in that.
I need to watch it.
The Santa Clarita Diet.
All right, because I'm looking for some comedy stuff to watch.
It's got 2 seasons.
Okay.
And it's just bizarre.
Cool.
And the other one that is pretty funny is Schitt's Creek.
Haven't seen that either.
That's the father from, I can't think of the guy's name. He's the father from American Pie.
Oh God, what is his name?
Well, it's him and his real son and his real daughter are in this.
Okay.
And the mother from Home Alone is in this.
All right.
And it's kind of a reverse Beverly Hillbillies type thing.
Eugene Levy.
Yeah. It's kind of a reverse Beverly Hillbillies thing.
Okay.
Where they're a rich family.
Right.
But they lost all their money.
Okay.
And now they have to live among the poor. And now they can't figure out how to adjust to living with the common people.
All right. That sounds good.
So that's kind of funny.
Hell yeah. That sounds good.
So they still try to keep up their rich lifestyle.
Right.
But they have to adapt to being regular broke dicks,
broke dick people.
So it's actually pretty funny, and they have to live in a hotel.
Nice.
So
that's good.
So that's pretty good.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, the only stuff I've been watching, I'm trying to finish Bosch, and I just can't find enough time. All my shows right now are shows that you have to watch.
Right.
They're not shit that you can watch. That's why I said I need a comedy, something that's a little less intense. But I'm midway through Bosch. I'm loving that. Season 4 of Bosch.
Right.
There's a new show out there that I'm really liking called Safe.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's with the guy that played Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
That show's all fucked up.
Okay.
That show is... You'd like that show, dude. It's real fucked up.
All right.
And I don't know. I've been catching up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which that is a comedy that I do like. I know it's a rare that's actual commercial comedy, but I'm liking that show. I've always liked that show. It's so stupid. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all.
It's pretty. I'm a fan of Andre Braugher. He was in Law and Order SVU, and he was Pembleton on Homicide: Life on the Street.
Okay,
remember that show a million years ago?
That's an oldie.
He was Pembleton, the main guy on that show, and he's always been this really serious actor.
Okay, and
he's gone from being serious actor guy to being comedy guy playing gay police chief.
Oh, okay.
Gay police chief with dry humor.
All right.
It's fucking hysterical, some of the shit he says.
It's like Reno 911 or something.
It's similar to that. And he's all like, he's like, I find this very funny. Very, very dry, everything that he says. And I just sit there just fucking laughing every time he talks because he's funny. So, I've been catching up on that. It's actually pretty good for network TV. That's pretty damn good.
Well, Texas Nation said Archer is back.
Archer, what, season 20 or whatever?
Is there a new season of Archer? I wasn't aware, but that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. See, they posted a picture of Ariah's wife.
I see it.
It's pretty hot, right?
Yeah, I'm not digging the tats, but yeah.
I like the tats.
Yeah, I don't dig that at all.
I like him on her. Yeah. All right, just stop looking at her. She's a friend. I need to stop it. I'm friendly with her.
All right. Well, we're into the first hour of the show, so join us in the chat room, chatandkill.com, and we'll come back and do some more stuff.
All right.
So what do you got lined up over there?
Well, since we're going to be at a show with Billy Morris, why don't we play some of this new record, since we're like the only ones that have it. You know, nobody else has it yet.
Okay.
This is from Billy's new album. It's called Holding All the Aces, and this tune is called Dressed Up Like a Millionaire.
All right. Is he gonna light his cigarettes with $100 bills?
Yeah, well, you might. That'd be great if he just like did a mock of the Warrant cover.
Exactly.
Dirty, Rotten, Filthy cover. That'd be
exactly.
Awesome.
All right. Well, here it is. This is Billy Morris exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.